That's facts. You are now tuned in to That's Facts. That's facts. You are now tuned in to That's Facts. That's facts. You are now tuned in to That's Facts. Oh yeah, it's time for That's Facts. That's facts. You are now tuned in. That's facts. You are now tuned in to That's Facts. That's facts. You are now tuned in to That's Facts. Oh yeah, it's time for That's Facts. Hey babies, how you doing? It's Wisdom Phoenix. You're tuned into That's Facts here on MovemRadio.com. You send them, we move them. Let's go. Hey babies, how you doing? It's Wisdom Phoenix with That's Facts, and you're tuned in to MovemRadio.com, where you send them and we move them. Let's go. Today on That's Facts, we have my boy and one of Las Vegas's top entertainers, Kev, on stage. How you doing, Kev? What's going on with you?
I am doing great. How are you, lovely Wiz?
I am well. Still trying to recuperate from being out of town this past week. You know, I had that week-long gig out in Mesquite with Out the Norm. So, which was awesome, but it was a long week for me. So I'm just trying to recuperate.
Five nights, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, well, you're used to the 5 nights in a row. I know.
You ill about that one. I mean, I could do 2 or 3, but like it's been a while since I've done 5, and you guys had 3 singers. So
yes.
You know, imagine what it would be if it was like, say 2, you know, and your name's on the marquee, so you still got to do at least 80%. So you're like,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the 80%. It definitely was much better having 3 singers because it split up the workload vocally and saved my voice.
I would imagine so. You know, I would. Yeah. But I mean, it was tough on everybody. Obviously, I know it was tough on Connie, and it would be tough on all of you. You know,
right.
5 nights straight.
Right. Absolutely. I think about 3 days in, it did get a little rough, and then I think that next day we all just kind of rested until showtime, and so we made it through, you know. But that is a pretty heavy workload. Speaking of heavy workloads, we have you on That's Facts today because I see you all over social media sharing. You're singing different tunes, cover tunes to your following and things like that. And so we were interested to know how things are going for you through the COVID and now coming out of COVID with performing, and what's happening with your music career right now, post-COVID.
Well, like a lot of people, they've had to wait. Some have been lucky enough to work, and that's been very cool. I mean, obviously, you know, you just came from Mesquite, which was really, I'm happy for you and Out the Norm. Obviously, you guys are amazing. You know, I've played with you guys multiple situations, which is super fun.
Yeah.
But a lot of people had to wait, and I'm one of those people. I've had conversations with certain people. There's nothing locked in. Obviously, I won't discuss it, but because of, you know, the finances and people waiting and wanting to see how things work, I've had to kind of just play the back and just be patient, you know, which is not always easy because my girl also sings and she's also very frustrated about not singing again. And I echo that, but patience is a virtue, and I'm working hard to try to keep that. Things are slowly coming.
Yeah. How was it through COVID? Like I noticed you started doing what I noticed a lot of celebs are doing with the, I don't know if you were including your Cash App or how you were doing that, but I saw you definitely keeping in touch with your following and your fans, you know, by posting quite a bit and singing, going live and things like that. How did that work out for you?
Well, I did that mostly just because I just started to go nuts like that first few months. I just started going crazy. at home by myself with my cats and kind of quarantining and at the lockdown, and I just had to sing, and I was like, you know what, this felt good, so I started to do it a little better. Then I tried to find better lighting, and then I started to look for different songs that I thought were interesting, and I started to make it like a weekly thing. And now I have like a precursor with it where I'll do like a quick little reels on my Instagram just to give them an idea of what I'm looking towards, and then I'll do a full segment of that song, say the day or the day after. So just to kind of bring some buzz of what I'm thinking about coming up next. So it's all been very organic, and obviously I did it for myself, but I also wanted to do, just to kind of keep yourself out there, because with the pandemic, a lot of people kind of getting closed off and trying to think about things. I just wanted something that fit what I wanted to do for me, and hopefully something that I can give to people to know that I'm not completely hiding under a rock.
Right. Let them know you're still there. How now are you indie, or are you with an agency that places you? You're completely
I'm completely independent. I have no label or any locked in contracts with any agency or anything like that. I've been fully independent this whole time. Nice.
Very nice. Okay, because Movem Radio is all about the indie artist, the independent movement. So I'm glad that you said that. Not that it would have been an issue if you were, no biggie. But our main focus is the independent artist. And I do want to get into what you're doing as far as your recordings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do know that you're on Spotify.
Yes, I am. Kevon Tyrre. What my name is, it was actually on there. I ain't got no. My parents already gave me a weird name, so I figured I might as well use it.
Why is it weird? Is it like having two first names?
It's definitely like having two first names. But when you talk about the 70s, 80s, when you're like Kevon, when everyone's used to Kevin, and they always say Kevin every day, you get a little frustrated. Right, so obviously that's developed the quirk in me now, but once you get older and you kind of accept things about yourself, you're like, you know what, it would be unique and interesting and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't want a stage name. My name is my stage name. My parents already gave it to me, so
nice.
I also just, run until the wheels fall off.
I know that's right. So I know that you're on multiple digital platforms. And I heard a couple of your songs. I especially like the one Jaded. Is that right? She's So Jaded. I really like that one. And they play it all the time on the station. As a matter of fact, when we get ready to take a break, we'll play that song going into the break. But I want to know what you're doing.
I know you talked about that one, and you said that you like Superfly as well, which I thank you for liking them both.
Yes. Let me tell you about Superfly. I didn't even know that was you when I came in the station and it was playing. So it was on, so I didn't know who it was at that time. And I was just like, damn. I was like, I like this song. And that's when K9 was like, oh, yeah, that's your boy, Kevon. I was like, is it? I was like, you're going to have to play that one again. Yes, those two are my faves right now, most definitely. Most definitely.
Well, I'm glad that you like them both. I just appreciate you guys giving love to independent acts and doing your thing. You know how it is. Sometimes you with your people and you're like, yeah, that's cool. But sometimes it's really cool when you're like, I actually like what my friend is doing. So it's that's good. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. I love it. I met you doing working with the live band scene. So I found out about you being an indie recording artist just through social media, really. You never actually just came out and told me, oh yeah, I record. We would see each other on gigs. They would go great. We'd have a great time. And then I was on Instagram and I started seeing your posts and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, okay. So, and then I think, I don't know if it was me or if it was K9 that asked you to send in some music.
It was you, actually, when we were doing the thing over at where we're doing the outdoors thing over at what was it, last summer?
At Dwayne's.
Yeah, Dwayne's house. I'm sorry for space, but yeah.
No.
We were doing it because it was you and your boy came through from Movem, and you was like, "Oh, I saw you do this. Why don't you send some stuff?" And then I did. I sent it in the email.
Okay. Yes. So I'm sure that you have more music that we're going to get into, but we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go into the break with Jaded by Kevon Tyrre. You guys keep it locked to Movem Radio. This is Wisdom Phoenix with That's Facts, and Kevon and I will be right back.
Movem Radio.
She looks down from the high rise with seldom reflection to the rich who only wanted her money and her sex. I guess he didn't know time change and could too naive to play the game, so that begins man's pain due to his indiscretion. She's got a heart still, heart line, beauty queen, oh so fine. It ain't her fault she's so cheated. She's got no smile, manicured, lovely is hell listen. It ain't her fault she's so cheated. Perfect coke bottle won't shake. You think you got what it takes. It ain't her fault she's just cheated. So prepare for the chess game. She put many men to shame because that girl is so cheated. Memory was so clear like water. How she used to get from one place to another. She only had a bus pass, a busted mother. Men use her beauty just to make her suffer now. You see her LVAC certified. Body made for sin, mind IQ high. Where's the baddest skirts? Just to watch those guys kill themselves with art as she walks on by. Never once paid no mind, never once found the kind to let down her guard with suits her just fine. So back in the Lambo, let the seats recline. She's got a colder demeanor than a horror double feature. She got heart chill, heart line, beauty queen, oh so fine. She's so cheated. She got no smile, manicured, lovely is realistic. She's so cheated. Perfect coke bottle won't shake. You think you got what it takes. It ain't her fault, she's just cheated. So prepare for the chess game. She put many men to shame because that girl is so cheated. If only he just loved her. Then maybe we wouldn't suffer.
You are tuned into Movem Radio.
Movemradio.com. Movemradio.com. You send them, we move them. I said you send them, we move them. I said you send them, we move them. Independence at its best. Independent DJs, independent artists, independent lyricists. You live here. Let's go.
Yeah, man, it's your boy B the King. And you listening to Movem Radio. Make sure you go check out my new album, Checkmate. Available on all platforms. We send them. They move them. King shit. Yeah. Hold on. Wait, let me tell you something. Shout out K9 the Great. He said you send them, we move them. Brothers like you is why I do what I do. I'ma keep on making music, shock myself in the booth. You played my music when they tried to mute me. Huge shout out to you. They say we need to stick together, bro. We click from the gate. And we ain't never even met face to face. We still working, pushing more weight than niggas with weight. Bro, I ain't waiting on no deal. I catch fish with no bait. I put the R in the word real. The record company's too late. I put the B in front the king and took the heat out the safe. That's checkmate. All hail the king. I'ma send them, you move them. Watch the bags it bring. Yeah. www.movemradio.com. Just go into your app store, man. Download the app. Yeah. Be the king.
Movem Radio.
Yeah.
Mike Wilmer.
Name Javi. If I give you my heart, tell me what you gonna do with it. You chew me back, match me like you would chew me. Now you want me back, should I say yes or no to you? Why you do me like this? Have a check on the guys, none of them be like me. Baby, can't you see? My love is for you. Love me, baby girl, so we could be in peace. So we could be in peace. Oh baby, I'm getting money, I'm cashed up. Oh girl, we could do this a night till we lock up. Baby, love me too, give me your heart. Let's be in peace. So baby, let's stop the fight. Let's stop the fight. Oh girl, I give you love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, girl, I'll be the way you want me. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. So baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, I'll be the way you want me, baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. I didn't love you, go. Baby, share you know. Love me, my baby, please don't leave me for road. Love me in the morning, love me in the night. Make I love you too, so that we go rhyme. My baby, don't you go. Come follow me, go see mommy and daddy for my own. Make I show them my sweet honey. Love me in the morning, love me in the night. So I could love you, so we could rhyme. Oh baby, I'm getting money, I'm cashed up. Oh girl, we could do this a night till we lock up. Baby, love me too, give me your heart. Let's be in peace. So baby, let's stop the fight. Let's stop the fight. Oh girl, I give you love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, girl, I'll be the way you want me. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. So baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give you love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, I'll be the way you want me, baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. I love you for real, and that's all I know. Give me good loving, so go we could roll. And take me to daddy, so plans go proceed. Get you love me, I see it right there in your eyes. You got that good taste, look at you, got a good waist. Let's go party and clubbing, drinking all day. And the French fries and French keys be getting all day. No time to fight, other times to get. Oh baby, I'm getting money, I'm cashed up. Oh girl, we could do this a night till we lock up. Baby, love me too, give me your eyes. Let's be in peace. So baby, let's stop the fight. Let's stop the fight. Oh girl, I give you love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, girl, I'll be the way you want me. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, my baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, I'll be the way you want me, baby. Let's stop the fight. Oh baby, give me love, and baby, let's stop the fight. Oh baby, let's stop the fight. Name Javi.
A little more. Yeah, right there. We so toxic, babe. Fuck around and say some shit we probably didn't mean. Somehow you always end up in these sheets. Don't know what it is that keeps me holding on, holding on. Never thought that I feel this type of way for someone who makes me lose my mind. We so toxic, man, we gotta stop this. We shouldn't be dealing if we got so many options. We so toxic, man, we gotta stop this. We shouldn't be dealing if we got so many options. Options, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Man, I can't help you see the woman that I'm gonna be. Don't come running when you see me on them TV screens. I know you're focused on your vision, but you fail to see the realest one on your team. Realest one. We so toxic, man, we gotta stop this. We shouldn't be dealing if we got so many options. We so toxic, man, we gotta stop this. Shouldn't be dealing if we got so many options. Options, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Tell me what the fuck we doing.
I've got my boy Kevon Tyrre in the building.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
Oh yeah. And we were when we took a break, we got into your single Jaded, and I would like to dig a little more into that song because as you guys already heard, he's talking about a young lady who is jaded, but there are reasons why she's like that, and he gets into this story. So I'm gonna let Kevon take over from here and tell us about the journey of that song, how that song came to be.
All right, well, first and foremost, I have to give love to the man who made the music, which is JG, who is my brother, right? And so that song is a family affair. And then the song was mixed and co-produced by another man that goes by Notify, and he's a rapper and producer, and you can find him on Instagram under that and BK Beats, because he also makes beats, and he's really good actually. Okay. So the song came through Jay, and when I listened to it, and anyone who writes will understand what I'm saying when I say this. It's just sometimes music will make you feel something. Will say, okay, I feel this story, or I feel this, or bring something out. In the case of Jaded, I knew I was going to write about a woman that was upset. I just knew it. I didn't know how I was going to say it, but I knew I was going to say that. And as I started writing it out, it just sounded sad and bitter and obviously overall tenacious and strong and surviving, but it turned into something where she did that, but it was at the cost of something. She didn't keep the youthful confidence that people have, or the youthful integrity that people have sometimes. She, tipped, because, that happens. Men take advantage of women, women take advantage of men. They're stronger by it. In the long run, sometimes it's at a cost of something.
Like a loss of purity, in a way.
Right. Okay. Right. Loss of purity, loss of trust. In the case of the woman in the story, she stopped trusting men. She became successful financially, and she became what men look for aesthetically. Okay. But as far as trusting any man to really care for her in a true way, that died a long time ago. So, and he had no interest of even going back to that, because he's like, for what? So that could happen again? Right. No way. So, but and that's how it just kind of came to be. And you just trust that your idea and that what's inspiring you goes for it, and see what happens. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Did any of the inspiration come from anyone that you knew, or a collection of any women that you knew, or?
No one really in particular was that story, but obviously, you live life. At this stage of my life, you lived enough experience where you had women that you may have felt were done that way by me or other men that I know of, and things like that. Okay. You have enough experience where you can say, okay, this is what I feel, and obviously when you have those feelings, it pulls from your life experience, and it kind of colors what you're gonna write.
Do you sit down with a team, or do you have a writing team that you work with, or this is just solely inspired, it drops in your spirit, and these are the songs that come from you?
I usually write on my own. I've had other people, I've collaborated with other people, but usually it's rather I'm writing with someone else and they have their verse, and I use that to color what I'm going to say, so what balance is right for whatever they want that vision to be. But I've never, as of yet, collaborated with a song with anyone.
Oh wow. Okay. So, are there any artists that you are wanting to do a collaboration with or work with on a project?
I'm very open. Even though I know the style of singing that I do, I'm very open to different styles and different things. Like, there's a guy that I've known for years who's an EDM DJ, and he had a song that inspired me, and I was able to, once I made the time to write it, I knocked it out, I think in like 20 minutes, sent it to him. We finally got that put together and locked in, so now I'm waiting for that to be released. Another gentleman from Germany reached out to me through Instagram, and we were able to put something together, and that took a while, and now that's looking to be released in September, if I remember what he said. So it just depends on the situation. I don't really color myself as far as, even though I sing R&B and I'm more of an R&B guy, I just look for stuff that's inspiring to me and that I feel I can write too. As long as I can do that, I can try to put it forward and see what happens.
Hush. Okay, we're having a family moment now. This is a bonding moment.
I got the cats over here and I got the dogs over there. So
yeah. So, world, just so you know, due to COVID and pandemic rules, we are working from home right now. So, shout out to all our pet lovers. Huh?
That's what you're supposed to do, girl.
Yes. I love it. How many cats do you have?
I have two. They go by Little Mama and Fatty. Well, Fatty Cat, actually.
Fatty Cat?
Yep, Fatty Cat, because she's a fat, furry cat.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is so adorable. Okay, I love it. Okay. So shout out to all of our pet lovers in the world. Shout out to you guys. You rock. So, okay. So you live in Las Vegas and you've been here for how long?
I've lived here my family moved out here in 1987.
Okay. And so you're originally from where?
I'm originally from New York, so I was there first, and then my mother. The story is my mother and my stepfather at the time, right? Still my stepfather, actually. They went to the Sugar Ray Leonard Marvin Hagler fight.
Wow.
How old? Yeah, it's pretty ancient at this stage. So they enjoyed the vibe that Vegas had to offer, and in 2 years they decided to move out there, and so we did. And my sisters and I, my siblings, we never left. Yeah.
Okay. So, how many sisters do you have?
Well, I'm the oldest of 10, so I'm the oldest of 10.
Okay.
And my sisters that I grew up with, because I have other siblings in other places that grew up here, they are still here. A lot of them are bartenders and servers, and they're trying to make their way just like I am because of what's going on.
Yeah.
I have a sister in Georgia who's a independent businesswoman. She has her 4-year-old and and their 6-year-old become published writers. True story.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have their own pajama line, her and her family. So there's that.
Wow.
Yeah, wild, right? I have
Yes.
2 brothers that are rappers that also are in Georgia.
Okay.
They have a single out right now with a collaboration with Jim Jones.
Okay.
So, right, and they also are independent.
Nice.
And let me see, and of course I have my brother here, who's he's a singer, producer, musician. He's very family orientated, so he kind of deals with his job and his kids and his significant others. And when he finds time to make music, he does. And and then there's me, who, I'm like live the dream or die. The one who should know the better the most, and yet I'm the most out there.
Right. And that's super fly. So you want to drop us into your single?
There it is. See, that type of stuff. See,
Yeah.
that's one interesting turn, girl. I hear you. That's an interesting turn right there.
Right.
All right. Well, Superfly. What are we doing now? Superfly is that was the hardest song I ever wrote, honestly. It was super hard. Shout out to Jay Lovett, who I met. He was 17 when I met him. He was a senior in high school.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yeah. And I met him through mutual friends, and I helped do some tracks on his album that came out, that he put a few years out. And in return, he helped me. So for this one, it was part of a song that he did, and then we broke it in half and made that my single. And it was just an ode to that 70s Shaft and Superfly and, Free the Hard Way.
Yes.
And I just, that kind of vibe. But I couldn't figure out what to do.
Okay.
So I actually listened to the whole album of Superfly. The whole thing.
Okay. All right. Now you did some homework. Okay. I like that. All right.
Because when you don't know what you need to do, you need some inspiration somewhere.
Right.
So I took that, and I know I didn't follow it verbatim, but I tried to find my own space of how I could interpret that, and that's how Superfly came.
Okay. I love the vibe. I love the vibe on this song. I really do. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to start off our break with Superfly by Kevon Tyrre. Y'all keep it locked right here on Mov'em Radio. I'm Wisdom Phoenix with That's Facts. And we'll be right back.
Movem Radio.
I love it when you press your lips on me. Oh, and ooh, I love it when you want my ecstasy. Oh, 'cause ooh, you get me so high, you make me feel super fly. Oh, yeah, hot mama, ooh, you get me so high, you make me feel super fly. Pick up the phone, still by your tone, excited as you tell me I'm here all alone. Let's set a tone, ready for some fun. Jump in the ride and press ignition. You, I love the road, put me in a zone. Drawn like your magnet, 'cause your body's my home. I feel your home, unravel like your boom. Express my nature like good cologne. On me to the moon, girl, you should've pulled such a subtle touch will make you wanna moan. And I tell you, ooh, I love it when you say yes, daddy. Oh, 'cause ooh, you make me so high, I feel super fly. Ooh, ooh.
Urbanomics mission statement. Urbanomics starts with you. Urbanomics is economic support and employment through community self-reliance and financial circulation. What products and services does your surrounding body or neighbors have to offer? How can you make your inner circle, your community, your neighborhood, your ethnic group, or your network your first option to trade currency or barter for goods, products, and services? When will you start? Where will you start? Who will you start with? And why? Urbanomics ensures generational consciousness, health, wealth, and will enable citizens to secure the well-being of their own communities. Employment, security, resources, education, practical use, reinvestment, and spiritual acknowledgement. These are the 7 stars in you. Urbanomics starts with you, so use it, 'cause use it.
No matter the case at hand, Money Mouth Management will work for you. Whether it's artist development, graphic design, promotional tools, advertisement, consultations, venue booking, studio recording, management, photography, filming, editing, engineering, mixing, mastering, or social networking and maintenance, you name it. Whether you know what you want or need help along the way, contact us at moneymouthmanagement@gmail.com and we will make our job your career.
What is up with this? Tell the truth, who you with? Not answering your phone when you know who it is. If I pull up on your crew and see you with a new chick, it's gonna be a problem, boy, 'cause you know I'm with it. Must be up to something on the low, 'cause lately you've been always on the go, telling me I should mind my business and stay at home. Say I'm tripping, gotta go. Now you're hanging up the phone. I've been Cupid, got me acting stupid. Got all these excuses, but you're lying through your teeth. I've been Cupid, got me acting stupid. Got all these excuses, you should keep it real with me. Are you keeping secrets from me? Riding around town while I'm home lonely. Ooh, are you creeping on me? I think you be lying, you ain't with your homies. I need to know what's up, keep it real, let me know. Don't creep behind my back, be a man and let me know. Are you keeping secrets from me? Boy, you better watch your back, 'cause I'm not just anybody. Baby, I've had enough. You've been walking around acting suspicious and disrespecting my trust. Leaving me home alone while you going out to the club. You say that I'm tripping, but something not adding up. Up to something on the low. Lately you've been on the go. Why you acting distant when we were close? Probably thought that I was doing the most. 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 I've been Cupid, got me acting stupid. Got all these excuses, but you're lying through your teeth. I've been Cupid, got me acting stupid. Got all these excuses, you should keep it real with me. Are you keeping secrets from me? Riding around town while I'm home lonely. Ooh, are you creeping on me? I think you be lying, you ain't with your homies. I need to know what's up, keep it real, let me know. Don't creep behind my back, be a man and let me know. Are you keeping secrets from me? Boy, you better watch your back, 'cause I'm not just anybody.
Really? I've been calling you all night. You really think I'm supposed to believe you still out with your homeboys? Why are you lying?
Are you keeping secrets from me? Riding around town while I'm home lonely. Ooh, are you creeping on me? I think you be lying, you ain't with your homies. I need to know what's up, keep it real, let me know. Don't creep behind my back,
Movem Radio.
I was half-baked, speeding at a fast pace. Still, can't believe I left that crash safe. God is always looking out. God is always looking out. When I got on the crooked route, Jesus kept my path straight. Took me up out of last place. Now I'm in a winning spot. Feeling like a album when it's finna drop. I was in a box, confined till I broke free. I went from a pine to an oak tree. The old me, deleted forever. Deleted forever. He is my treasure. King of my shepherd. He released me like pressure. He, the reason I'm better. Be, cause I submitted. He covered me with his feathers. I got freedom and pleasure. I'm feeling esteemed. Got peace with no measure. It's a brilliant thing. I'm healed and redeemed. Recovered, replenished. I am who I am. Because I submitted. 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 Got a whole nother life. I'm totally hyped. I was bought by the blood. Now I'm sold up for Christ. Said I'm sold up for Christ. 100%. I believe in the one that was sent. No money was spent, but Jesus paid the price for this. That's why I seek first His kingdom and His righteousness. Even with my life at risk, I'm feeling very fine, like military time. I'ma keep it 100 till my race is complete. I got places to be. I stand on His word. I'm not taking a seat. My patience increased. My faith is unique. Because I submitted. He kept me safe in that heat. When my restraints was released, I came up out that furnace. No burns, unharmed, just strengthened and encouraged. I thank Him for endurance, love and forgiveness. I have what I have because I submitted. 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 Because I submitted.
Hey babies, welcome back to That's Facts. I'm Wisdom Phoenix, and we're here with Kevon Tyrre.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey.
All right.
Yes.
Girl, you got me up early in the morning, girl. What's up with that? This is early.
Well, you know, I gotta operate in business hours still.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we gotta do it, but dang, you know this is tough. I like to do this.
I know, but you know what? You're usually your most relaxed this early in the morning, and that's excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I try to be relaxed. Actually, I get a lot of my work done because, you know, you got to post and share and get all that out there. My girl's always like, what you doing? I'm like, you know how hard it is to share something 50 times on Facebook? All right, and then share it to your Instagram and your LinkedIn and God knows what the hell else you have.
Yeah.
That's work, girl.
That's a lot. Google Plus. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to plug. I'm trying to keep plugging away like an outlet without burning up the house. All right, I'm trying to get it.
I know that's right. Shoot. Up on top of that, I'm like, she sings, right?
She does. She sang in the UK for over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Now she's here. Yeah, so she's not a slouch. She did get a gig in town locally for a couple of months. She was doing well. And, you know, she had a theater show that was coming up, and they did one show, because obviously it was right before everything got locked down.
Yeah, the
She
pandemic.
was amazing. You know, they sold out the whole dinner show. It was a great turnout.
It was.
Now she's waiting like the rest of us, which is, of course, horrible.
Yeah. What is there a possible project coming from the both of you?
We'll see. I mean, we've performed together before. She did a few gigs with me at the Orleans, and it was a learning experience for her, and not because she doesn't know what she's doing. It's just entertainment in the UK is different than things here in Vegas. I mean, things in LA, in New York are different than things are. Every town has its own microcosm.
Right.
So it was a learning experience for her for how that gets down and how I do things as a band leader and an entertainer. But as far as us recording together, I've been open to that. It's just a matter of making it, what would fit, what song would fit that situation. But I've never been against that, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind doing it either. But it's very interesting because she's a strong-willed woman, which is great, And in my world, I'm very strong-willed.
Yeah.
She knows that.
Yeah.
When you have two strong-willed people, sometimes hearing the other one out is not the strong suit.
Okay. All right.
Right, because sometimes you're just like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm like, but that's not how I operate. You
Right.
You like this, and they're like, well, I'm not doing that. And, so you have to kind of figure out where that balance is.
Absolutely.
But I look forward to the opportunity. I think it would be a nice challenge for us to kind of put a song together. I look forward to that. I think that will be a lovely challenge for us, not just as entertainers, but as a couple.
As a couple, yes. I'm glad you said that. That is, as a couple, that is definitely an interesting challenge that I personally think if you guys do, it would be an awesome collaboration, especially considering that, the EDM factor. You know what I mean? I was privileged to be at that dinner, so I got the opportunity to see her perform in a little bit of that dinner theater, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. Absolutely.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. Yeah, yes, It was awesome, though. The girls in the show were so sweet. You know what I mean? And they were amazing. I mean, just it was a whole vibe, It was awesome.
Yeah, that was. I was so proud of her and so happy because she's seen me in many instances bouncing around like a damn fool. So it was nice to kind of me be the doting person.
Yeah, supporting her.
Yeah, I like. It was not. I welcomed that reversal.
Yeah.
Because it's, of course I wanted to support me, but it's nice for me to show the same adulation for what she does and what she's doing. So I look forward to those opportunities when they present themselves.
Oh, wonderful. I hope we get the first opportunity to world premiere that.
I definitely will. I mean, like I said,
if she's okay with that.
We've discussed it, but we'll see. We'll see, and I'm sure she'll get more gigs. And when that happens, I have no problem being like, "That's my baby." That's my baby.
This is my boy, y'all. Kevon is crazy.
You know how it is. That's my baby.
Yes, like, I know. It's
well, you better sing it right then. How about that?
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope Movem Radio gets the opportunity to world premiere that one. I'm excited for that one. So we'll see. We'll see, y'all. We'll see.
When it comes, you will definitely be the first one with the email with that link. So
cool.
I got you.
All right. Y'all heard that. We're going to be the first ones with the link.
Trust me, I got these other songs coming. Might as well, I can't give you them and not give you this one because she'll be the first one to be like, oh, you ain't giving it to them when something's wrong with the song? Oh, here we go.
Yes, no.
No, it's fine.
So, okay, from working with you, those of us who have worked with you, you are high energy in your performances. And I've seen clips of your performances in many different locations, so I'm not even gonna ask you to like go down the list. But I see you switch between so many different styles of R&B and eras of R&B, and never once do I ever see you not moving through the crowd, across the stage. You know what I mean? Like, you own the entire space when you perform, which is absolutely amazing to see. How do you, I mean, do you rehearse that at home, or when you get to a performance, it just hits you? Like, how are you able to sustain that through 4 to 5 hours, you know, a night?
I have no idea. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, as you can attest to, is just putting in the work. Like, the only way you get good at what you're doing is continuing to do it.
Yeah.
So the first show is not going to be as polished as the second show or the 10th show, and etc. So I always knew I wanted to be high energy, and I wanted to kind of put that personality out there. And I sang with oh my God, space in it. The gentleman he was doing the Luther Vandross show for a long time.
Oh, Mr. Phil Flowers.
Yep, I sang background for him for 6 months, and he was super, super engaging with people.
Yes.
And was really interactive. And he was a great person for me to learn from, because he made me feel comfortable with what I instinctively felt like I wanted to do already. Mm-hmm. But he gave me the license to feel like it's cool to be yourself in that. As far as the high energy dancing part, I always felt like I wanted to give that, but I had to keep doing shows and train to do that. That way I can handle it, because it takes a lot to bounce and dance and sing and listen, and then of course be a band leader and keep everyone on point. Yeah. And that took a lot of laps in shows and just exercise to get myself to that level, because I knew I wanted to be that kind of entertainer. And I didn't want to be the entertainer where, like, within 2-3 songs you're like, because you know,
passing out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning that was happening. In the beginning I'd be like 1, 2, 3 songs and just be like just beat up. And I've kind of learned more to pace myself, even though I'm still doing a high energy situation, and kind of figure out how to peak that and valley that, and kind of give myself those spaces where I can and not die, but I still have to train, and I still have to, craft the music appropriately, and I still have to be sure that I have the energy and the wind to do all of that. Otherwise, I will keel over and die. It's like, and just fall off the stage.
Oh my gosh. I definitely know what you're talking about. I'm not quite there. I'm still learning. I come more from like the underground end. So doing live bands I haven't been doing this very long. You've been doing this for a while though, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is like 09, so we're looking at 11, 12 years now. Coming September, 12 years.
Okay.
Right, but that seeing you operate and working with you and watching you work, no one would ever guess that you are still kind of, because you have your own way of doing stuff and your own way of moving, you know what I mean, and entertaining stuff,
Nice.
I would never have guessed in a million years that you're someone that's just like, well, I'm still figuring it out. I'm like, I already know your thing is this. I'm trying to be, I'm thinking to you like a grown woman, and they're like, it's like, listen, you better, with your finger out talking about, I'm rocking this, but don't you ever.
I'm not that bad, y'all. Don't listen to him.
You would be like, listen, yes, I'm all cute and all that good stuff, but don't you ever
disrespect.
look me up and down like I'm some kind of piece of meat.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finger snapping right now.
And my response to that would be, I ain't mad at you, but why you gotta be so damn needy, girl? Because good Lord, you got all of them things.
Fix it, Jesus. See what I'm saying? And that's exactly why I'm like that.
But see, look, all I'm saying is, I understand you taking your stand, but you know it's a compliment, girl. Come on now.
I'm not saying that it's not a compliment. It's just how you say it. It's not that it's not the fact that it's a compliment. It's how the compliment is said.
Okay, well, listen. I mean, granted, you already know me, so
I know, very blunt.
I'm gonna be this way when I'm playing shuffleboard.
Oh Lord.
And playing gin rummy and hearts.
Oh Lord.
Be all that. Yeah. I'm gonna be a hot mess then. You know, you want one of them debonair OGs, with the handlebar mustache drinking the cognac.
What? No. With the what? No, I am not trying to have pinky.
I didn't say pinky. I just said it for Juba. I didn't go there. Now see, now you jumping the gun.
With the twist in the beard and the glass of yak. Oh, dude.
Right, with the cognac. Right. He just got the single malt, the thing. He looking all suave and debonair, talking about James Bond, all that cool stuff. I ain't mad at that.
Oh Lord.
I'm just a bit more silly than that, but that's who I am.
Kevon has absolutely no sense, y'all. Like, not a drop. You get him to a performance, you better be ready to go, honey.
I got plenty of sense. Now, where that sense is stored and stashed, that's a whole nother story.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. Y'all, tell them where they can find you.
I'm done with him. I've had my quota. I've had my quota in this school right here.
No, really. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. But every now and then, yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kevon Tyrre, KEVON TYRRE. You can find that any social media or streaming sites. So you find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon, YouTube Music. Kevon Tyrre have a YouTube channel. All that is there. And of course, you can get to me and go through all those sites on one site, linktree.com/Kevon Tyrre Music. Go to that site. You can go to all the sites that I have streaming and social media, and you can choose which one is best for you.
All right, there you go. Y'all make sure you go check him out. You know what I'm saying? Kevon Tyrre. That's my boy. He's dope. You want to catch one of his shows, no matter where he's performing, you will be entertained. You know what I'm saying? Are there any other projects coming up for you at just solo? You have anything new, EPs or singles coming up?
Well, like I said, I just worked with a gentleman by the name of DJ J. Bray, who's in the EDM world. We did have a song called Ashes to Rain. He will obviously let me know when he's going to release that, but hopefully it'll be coming soon. I have a song with Joe Lincoln, and he is a German rapper / singer. And we have a song called It's All Right, and we're looking to release that in September. So hopefully we'll have a good push for that. And I'm looking for other collaborations. Obviously, I'm just want to collab with other people, kind of get my cachet moving a little bit and show what I can do as a songwriter, as well as that aspect. And then I'll probably look to record more in going into next year, and hopefully have a couple of singles ready to go by the end of 2022. So I have a plan, and between that, of course, waiting on these shows and just seeing where they're at. Hopefully we can get some gigs up and running so we can get back to it.
They're coming. They're definitely on the way. They're talking about lifting the ban sometime in mid to late April, something like that. So it's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon.
I I've just been patient, and like a lot of us, and hopefully it'll pay off soon. Because my girl's like, you better be handling your part. We gonna get this together. She was just yelling at me today. You better get this stuff together, because you're supposed to be doing this and doing that. You ain't doing it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, yes, dear, you're right. You got me right. I'm gonna get mine together, because she wants the house. We gonna get this
house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You better get it together. Yeah. It's time.
Like, I'll pay for the house myself, since you won't be there. I'm like, okay, I see how it is. I see. All right.
That's a little motivation. That's all that is. It's just motivation.
I gotta get right. So, let me get these gigs together.
Come on.
Get my get right.
Step it up, fam. Step it up, fam. It's time. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get you, I would love to ask you, would you be willing to do an open mic night where you come and perform? You know what I'm saying? And we air it live on Mov'em Radio. And we're also on the Roku channel. So would you come and do an open mic? And can we get you to do a live interview with K9 the Great on Let's Talk Mov'em Radio?
Yeah, since you put me out there on Front Street, it's like the engagement ring. Is he going to say yes? That kind of thing.
I'm hoping it's already a yes. I'm hoping it's already a yes.
But yeah, of course I would. So yeah, just let's, like I said, give me the times, we'll figure it out, but of course I'll do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your morning, you know what I'm saying, because I know this is extremely early for you, but for taking the time to sit down and just chop it up with me and let the people get to know you and put it out there to the world, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the next project coming, so y'all be looking forward for it too. And is there anything you want to say? Any shout outs?
Well, I'll shout out to all the people I've collaborated with, which goes across Joe Langdon, DJ J. Bray, my brother JG, Jay Lovett, Notify, all the venues that put me on throughout the years. I look forward to rekindling our relationships. For all those that don't know me, you need to know me soon enough, because I'm going to knock the shows off. You know how that goes.
All right.
Everyone who's been checking for me, everyone who's been looking for me, I greatly appreciate your love and your adulation. Please keep checking for me. Things will be coming soon, and I look forward to getting back out there to get things back on the road.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. I'm Wisdom Phoenix. You've been listening to That's Facts here on MovemRadio.com. This will be playable anytime by Wednesday. So make sure you come back to MovemRadio.com. All you got to do is click on the link, and you can listen to this interview anytime. And you can leave comments, and we look forward to hearing from you guys. We look forward to your input. And on the next episode of That's Facts, we're going to have KK Mala, a.k.a. Kiss Kiss, in the house. So we'll see you guys next Monday. Kevon, I'm going to holler at you in just a second. You guys keep it locked to MovemRadio.com. You send them, we move them. Let's go.